Alright, I'm working on a set of shovel heads here, and we're missing valve keepers. We only have 2 of them. Takes 8. So these are genuine Harley ones. And the collars over here, I think, are aftermarket. They don't look like original to me. So I'm pretty sure they're not stock. So we got to just figure out keepers. So keepers are a major fitment issue. So I got everyone the V-twin offers here, and pretty much anybody else also. Basic comes down to you got Manley keepers, which is that part number there. You have Kibblewhite keepers, which is this part number right there. So Kibblewhite brand. So these are Kibblewhite valves. So their stuff all works with their own parts, but doesn't necessarily work with everybody else's stuff. And then we got 2 different V-twin keepers. Both of these are made in Taiwan. They both have the identical description. This one here is under the Sifton label, and this is just under V-twin label. So these ones are dark, these ones are shiny. So I don't know if that really means anything, but it's a way of identifying them, I guess. And the Kibblewhite ones are, can't see them, so we don't know what they're made by. I think they're black though. They're shiny black. Real shiny black. And then Manley. They are dark black. Semi-shiny. Alright, so we're going to see which one of these fit, if any of them fit. And I think I'll also go grab me a set of original collars over here. I'll grab a couple of these here just to make sure what fits what. And here's the universal aluminum one like S&S does. Sifton used to make these. Andrews had some at one time. Your standard high lift valve collar. Okay, so let's see what we can use these days. Used to be nothing really worked very well, except Harley. Okay, so let's go check Harley. These are Harley keepers right here. I'm going to take a genuine Harley collar, genuine Harley keeper, and let's see how good they fit. Ideally you want to stick a little bit, like that. No rocking. If it acts like a ding-dong bill, it's no good. So this one's feel nice and tight, like they're supposed to. That's genuine Harley. See that cap? That one's dug in. It bit hard. Okay, so that works good. Now, just for the hell of it, we'll check the exhaust valve and make sure it's the same. That was an intake valve. Sticks pretty good also. Nice and tight. Good to go. Alright, so all of those work the same. So you know Harley works. Okay, now we got his collar here that we're going to use. Let's see if it works with that. Kind of stays. It's pulling in. It's got high spots in there, but it pulled in good. And that keeper's tight. Okay, so the aftermarket collar worked good, and here's the aluminum one. Like so, Harley keepers tend to work with everything, except Eastern collars. I don't work for those. And aluminum, same deal, pulls in. Okay, so Harley keeper we like. Hard to come by too. Okay, well the other thing we need to look at is installed height. We're going to use a genuine Harley one to tell. Just has to bring in this valve spring install height. It does make a difference. So that's the distance that the valve is sticking up in the air above the top right there. Alright, be right back. Alright, we're back. Where did we leave off? Okay, we're measuring protrusion height. How's that? That's a good word for that. Okay, let's just get an idea of what the difference in these things are. Actually, that's not what I really measure. It's 130, but that's not really what I care. What I want to care is about the height between here and there, which is, I'm not sure how I'm going to measure that. Can eyeball it, I guess. It's not really a good measurement. There's a way of measuring it, but it's not too accurate right now. Okay, right now we're about 272. Okay. So if I go like this and just look at it, it's got about 1/8 of an inch at least. A gap between there and the top, so I'm going to call that 1/8 of an inch. Okay. That's what the Harley collar. Okay, so that's our standard. Okay, so first thing I'm going to pull out our Kibblewhite. Keepers here. Damn it. Another heat thing over here. Cut it again. Now they're coming out. Okay, these are nice and shiny, real smooth. Kind of like their valves are real smooth. Okay, so let's see. We're taking Harley collar. Kibble keeper. Their keeper's a little shorter, see it's loose on the valve. Pull it through. And that is a loser. See, it doesn't stay put. So kibble keeper is not going to work on this valve. This collar. So see how it's got this clearance in here? I'm pulling all the way this way. You can see it's ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. It's not holding. Garbage. That was the Harley keeper. Okay, we're going to try the one I'm actually going to use. Worse. Even more ding dong going on. So this one here. It used to work pretty good, but same thing, loose. Doesn't matter what used to work, that's why we check stuff. Okay, so the kibble keeper is not going to work. And it's the second most expensive keeper, so price doesn't matter. Okay, next thing is our protrusion height, and it's a little bit less than the other one, but it's pretty close. So, I guess about 1/4 inch on this one even, I guess. Yeah, about 250, that one's 270, so about 20 thou difference. So that does matter. 20 thou install height you need. If you got a big cam in there, you need that. So that does matter, but the problem is they're loose. Now when the keeper is loose up in there, it can rattle and pop off and drop a valve. And yes, I've seen that done before. Okay, so this time these ones are not working. That would be a loser. So you have to have kibble keepers, kibble collars, and kibble valves, I guess. Kibble. Alright, those don't work. Okay, Manley. Manley used to work also. Kibble and Manley were the two good ones. And one of the V-twin would work like 20% of the time. Okay, so now we got Manley keeper. They are dull, but black, not shiny. Okay, so let's see. Valve, Harley. They're nice and tight on the clearance. They don't stick. They don't lock. but they're tight. Very little rock in them. There's very little bit there. There's just a tuck in there, but not too bad. Definitely usable. Okay, now you check this, and it looks like the height is a tick more than the other, but not much. Probably back like what the Harley one is. It used to be, it was a big difference back in the day, but now it looks like it's more stable. No, not really. We're about 290. We're about 20 thou more. It used to be about 40 thou difference, but so these are going to lose 20 thou install lights, which is a problem if you put in the camera body. But for now, those work. These are also the most expensive by a lot. Okay, that was on the Harley. Now let's try the aluminum. Harley collar. Get that right. Same deal. Does not lock. Because there's very little rocking in it, though. Okay, and the aftermarket one. Not locking has some advantages. It allows the valve to rotate, so it'll keep the valve more straight and clean. If it locks on there, the valve is not going to rotate. So some people like that, some people don't. Okay, it has very little rock, but not much difference, so it's all about the same. And that one looks a little lower. About 250. Okay, so this compensates for the collar being taller, the keeper taller. So Manley with these collars works pretty good. So we're going to be using this setup, but it works. Working is good. So we're going to go with a Manley on this job. Okay, we already got that figured out. Now we're going to look at these ones here. So that's this in part number here. Excuse me. These come from the same factory as the other set there. Same identical description and the twin catalog. Don't know the difference. That's why you buy parts. Now Eastern stuff did not work at all, not even close. That was a few years ago. Maybe they changed, I don't know yet. One of these might be Eastern parts, but the Twin Cities are from Taiwan, which means they're not Eastern. Eastern's American made stuff. I have hundreds of Eastern collars and keepers that don't work. Just because our parts are new, they're not made, they're made correctly. Alright, so we have a shiny one and we have a dull one. This is more of a gray than a black, but that's the two different colors. So there you go. Your two color changes there. Don't mix them up. Okay, so we got Taiwan and we got Taiwan. There we go. Alright, but the shiny ones are first. Harley collar. Pretty loose, just like the Kibble. That doesn't make it bad, it just makes it loose. And Rocky. About the same as Kibble. And the height is a lot lower, so that gives you more in spring clearance for big cab. But it's loose as a goose. What good is that? About 227, so about 20 less than the other one. Okay, I don't like those, but they do help on install height. But they're loose, so what good are they? Okay, now this is the other keeper. Taiwan. Nice and loose again. Doesn't stick. A little bit loose. That is usable. I don't like it, but I can live with that. So this one kind of works. Oop, didn't like it there though. Over there it's loose as a goose, like the other one. So it depends on what part you're on. It's oval shaped. It's like this. Instead of being round, it's like this. So this is your clearance where it goes side to side real bad. You turn it 90 degrees that way, it's pretty tight. It's tight here. Top to bottom is tight, side to side it's loose. So I don't really like it, but I don't know if that's too high. It might have been too high if you see that. So if you go top to bottom, see it doesn't move. You put them side to side, and you got clearance there. Quite a bit. So these are really not really good. I wouldn't want to use them. But they're better than the shiny ones, but not by a ton. Okay, this one's the aluminum one, or the dark one on the aluminum collar. Same thing, kind of loose, about the same. What a shocker. And his collar. Yep, same deal. Let me try these ones again. Definitely looser. And the tight way, they're even loose the tight way. So the shiny ones are really, really bad. Garbage. The dark ones, 50% usable, 50% trash. I wouldn't want to use them. On a stock motor, never revved up, you'd probably get away with it, but I wouldn't want to use them. The Kibblewhite, they were pretty loose also, which is not good. Go back and recheck those. Two came out. Let's see, I did not check the Harley collar with the gray one, I don't think. Or did I? I think I did. I don't remember. Yeah, I checked it. And the height is low, so it's going to help on the stall height also. Okay. Now, if we're putting the kibble one back in here, now we have a degree of looseness. Okay, so top and bottom, tight. Side to side. A little bit. Not like it, but semi-usable. Trying to get an idea how much is in there. I got quite a bit. Definitely a little tighter, about half what the other one is for clearance. Yeah, about half. And this one's about half again worse. So there you go. So we have the Manley as our winner. So there you go, you got them all lined up. So here was the V-twin. This is the kibble. This one here is the other V-twin. So that goes there, you there. These are Harley. These are Manley, which is this one. These are kibble. There you go, there's your differences. So Harley worked good. The Manley was tight, but it was loose in the stem, but it allowed the keeper was tight, but the stem was loose. The Harley was tight on everything. The Kibblewhite was loose side to side. It was tight one way, loose the other. Not about let's call it like 15 thou clearance. Just giving some numbers. This is the V-twin one. Turn these over so you can see the different color in them. Except these are used Harley. Manley are dark black, or they're lighter black. These are shiny dark black. These are a gray color, which is the other color there. The Kibblewhite number was that number there. If you buy the V-twin, it's that number. The sift in here, dark ones, are the Sifton brand, which is V-twin still. And then the V-twin no name brand is the shiny ones. Those are garbage. So these are the shiny, real shiny looking ones. So these have about, if this has like 15 thou clearance, this has like 30, and these are more like 50. They're looser quite a bit. So there you go. So these are worse by far. I don't recommend this one. It could be used at a pinch. They are cheap. These ones are pricey. Don't really like them as loose as they are. These are really pricey. They fit nice, and Harley's the best. Quit throwing away your Harley keepers. Someone keeps taking all these Harley pets apart and they throw away all the guts, and dumbasses. It's still the best keeper made, and there's no replacements. So there you go. There is your Harley panhead shovelhead keeper scenario. So there you go. Good luck.